What are some of the misunderstandings of the Moorish history that our people really need to understand?
Wow, that's vast.
Just go in on something.
It's just so vast.
Right.
Because, well, the main thing is people don't know anything about their nationality or birthrights, or that they are a Moor. Or, well, let's start with what is a Moor. That would be the first thing. It's like, what is a Moor? What is, like they'll say all this stuff about a Moor. I mean, it is the manifestation of the being into the flesh, the being who travels upon the waters of the earth, but first beginning in the waters and also the land of the earth, but beginning in the waters of their mother's womb. See, when you look up the word Moor, it just doesn't mean a noun. It's actually an action. So it means that since man is mind and we're all spirit, and then we come into the flesh, so we travel upon the 7 stages of development in the waters of the mother's womb. That's mooring, right? And then when we're done, we get cut from the navel, which is navigating L, and then we become navigating L's upon the earth plane. So you start there. So if that was understood and accepted, there would really be no problem, because people say, well, I don't have to be anything to be whatever. Well, I just explained to you what that is. It means that if you came to the womb, then you were mooring, and you were mooring through the 7 stages of the waters and the 7 stages of development in your mother's womb. And then you didn't have to be called anything, because that's just what it is. So those who actually call themselves Moors are actually saying, I'm not anything except that I am. That's really what's being said. So that's the first misunderstanding.
Right.
What about?
Because see, one mother's breasts have really given you suck. That's why, if you may have recently heard about, I think it was a so-called Chinese national that said that he did his DNA and he's going to prove that, he's a pure Chinese. And when they did the DNA, it came back to Africa. Because it's only the Moabite African woman is the mother of civilization in terms of this human family. Period. There's nothing else, and then everything else is in between that.
Boom. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. My name is James, and what this channel is about is me creating my own tarot deck, swapping out the traditional characters from traditional tarot decks with actual historic figures or people who I feel shape society or humanity in some form or fashion. Today, our focus is going to be on the Empress. The Empress corresponds with the planet Venus, and it corresponds with the element Earth. Like I said in the previous video, each of the 22 cards of the major arcana corresponds with the 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, and it also could correspond with the 22 pathways on the Kabbalic tree of life. The Hebrew letter that corresponds with the Empress is Dalet. Dalet translates into door, or door of life, or doorway of creativity, because in many ways the Empress symbolizes the womb, which life comes through. And in a reading, the Empress can symbolize a pregnancy, that a person is pregnant. As an archetype, the Empress is a person that's operating in their feminine nature. They're nurturing, creative, and abundant. Men and women both possess masculine and feminine energy. When the Empress appears in a reading, whether male or female, is calling on you to tap into your feminine energy or become more in tune with Mother Nature. And ways we can do that are going to the park, putting our feet in the grass, grounding ourselves, or going to the beach, sitting by the ocean or by a lake, and getting in tune or grounding ourselves with nature. Now, I previously stated that the Hebrew alphabet corresponds with the major arcana. And as many might know, many might not know, the original text that the Bible was written in is Hebrew. Before it was translated into Greek and then English and blah, blah, blah. And I say that to say that the Bible and tarot are more intimately related or connected than many people realize, and I'll explain. In a traditional tarot deck, the Empress is depicted as a pregnant woman seated on the throne, and she's wearing a crown that has 12 stars on it. This is the woman that they speak of in Revelations chapter 12, verses 1 through 2. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed in the sun, and the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. And she, being pregnant with child, cried aloud as she gave birth. The 12 stars on her crown can symbolically be seen as her having knowledge of the 12 star signs. And the child that she's given birth to is to be the Messiah, or the Son. And that can be looked at as the Son being Christ and his 12 disciples. It's all intimately connected. So, who I chose for the Empress in my deck is a teacher of civics and Moorish science and history, Sista Raz Bey. And, let me show you. It'll be a better picture of at the end of the video. And I chose her because she is an Empress, and I think that, yeah. And you could check out some of her videos and the knowledge that she's teaching or nurturing the nation with on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe if you feel like it. Again, if you don't, it's whatever.